Welcome back, you guys, to our channel. Happy Sunday, you guys. Hope all is well.
Yes.
So today we are going to go and get us an Ancestor staff. We are going to consecrate our ancestors' altar. I've been doing a lot of research and also under a teaching of another priestess that I had a chance to meet. I think I shared this with you guys a while ago. It just happens to be that she is in the same house as our first Baba. She was, but she's no longer in that Elay, and she has her own Elay, and we have formed a relationship with her. We're not her godchildren, but we are learning with her and things of that nature. So far the journey has been very well, and yeah, so we're excited about what we're doing today. We're actually going to go ahead and go out in the forest in a little bit to look for the ancestor staff. But the staff is the consecrated representation of our collective ancestors. It's consecrated because it's been fed. I'm reading what she texted us. Because it's been fed, and so it's formally recognized to speak, actually. And then it says you can of course still speak to your ancestors without it, but when we're doing work with them, it's best to have it. The type she has is from the Lukumi tradition, and she says you can also tap the floor or ground with it to formally call upon them. She says it is not necessarily, even though it is not necessarily to tap it all the time. Then she says she'll be doing another Zoom class as well, and an ancestral reverence. She's going to perform a class, put on a class for her godchildren, and we're invited. So we're going to go out in the field and get one. I believe it has to be peeled, and then she wraps it and does some other stuff to it, and of course it's fed. So this is going to be super exciting for us to actually have the opportunity to have this. And yeah, so we're going to go out there in a little bit, but we wanted to sit down here first, have our cup of coffee, and talk to you guys. So did you have anything you wanted to share?
No.
We have actually we've noticed that a lot of people have been responding to a lot of our videos, and we're very grateful for a community so far that we are forming with you guys. I actually had the opportunity to speak with one of our YouTube subscribers via phone and FaceTime. We had a really great conversation. My number, sometimes I leave my business number for you guys if you want to get in touch with us to have conversations and maybe study together. We have a small YouTube channel, so it's not overwhelming yet, but I have been giving out our business number. It's 216-282-7453 if you guys would like to call to have some studying with us, you know, or if you guys want to leave email, you can please feel free to leave it in the comments. But me and that particular person, we were talking about the Majuba prayer. So basically this particular prayer can be used for your ancestors as well, and definitely for the Orishas. This particular prayer is linked to the actual way beginning when the Bible allows that, and the priestesses that actually have initiated you, and then their Babalaos and priestesses, and so on and so forth, and the whole shebang all the way down. So if you're not familiar with your particular Baba's information and the Ianifas information, or Madrina and Padrina's information, then I guess you could do a formal one, and you can just say their names, actually the people who initiated you. But then it goes on to call on your ancestors, so you can call out their names. I also know that you can say for the ancestors known and that are unknown, if you don't have their actual, you know, all their names, because I don't know all of my ancestors. The ones I do know, I call them out, and the ones I don't know, I just say the ones known and unknown. And so this particular prayer is supposed to create a portal for you to be able to work with your Orishas. It's like you're opening up that portal You're giving them reverence. You are honoring them and worshiping them and praising them and giving them honor. This is a greeting prayer. So it is very beneficial that you start this prayer before you start giving offerings. I guess in different houses it goes, it can work however, whatever you feel comfortable with. But that's why I know a lot of you in the comments say you got to do things a certain specific way, but I know for those of us that have been a part of this tradition for so long, and we're just starting out, from what we're learning and from what we're experiencing, even when we didn't really have all the specific words, because we don't speak Yoruba, we're not doing like animal sacrifices, and we're not initiating people, but just talking to the Orishas have really been beneficial for us. Praying to them, we've been able to connect because we've formed our own quote-unquote relationship with them. Just like in any other religion, you form your own personal relationship, and that relationship kind of outweighs all the other things. So, and another thing that we're learning is that's why it's so important not to always blast what you're doing and how you do things, because people do things differently, and they'll tell you in a minute, oh, that's wrong, you're not doing it right. Oh, that's wrong, that you're not doing it right. But again, it's a whole system of things that you do, traditional wise, when you want to do like ceremonies and stuff like that. But when you're personally working with your Orishas, it's just best to form your own relationship. Another question we had is, why are you guys working with cowrie shells? Well, so the thing is, you don't always have access to fresh cola, right? You don't have always access to coconuts. So because we're not trying to do a read for anyone other than our own selves, we form that connection either with our ancestors or either with Eshu, and we're able to ask questions with the actual cowrie shells. Now, I did find out that there's something that you have to say before you throw the opie, which I already knew you had to do that, but because I wasn't privy to it, I wasn't able to speak of it all like that. I didn't really know how it went, but I found out what it was, and so we use that when we're talking. We do the fresh water, the omi tutu, all that stuff, and then we're able to ask questions. But again, I don't want to go into the system of things that we do, because everyone does not do things the same. But we do know that we are allowed to access Eshu, our ancestors, and whoever we choose to speak to that will give us permission to speak with them. We can access them with the cowrie shells as well. We also had another question as, why don't you guys just do it Isheshe way and not do it the Santeria way, so that you can just skip past learning Spanish and then you can just learn the Yoruba way? Well, with Lukumi, this priestess is from Lukumi, and she does things the Lukumi way. This is the original way we started out, where that Baba that said Santeria is for the white folks, he actually said that Lukumi and Santeria, they're not the same, but they're kind of somewhat of the same. So I feel safe to say that we're learning this way, and we're okay with that, because they don't speak Spanish. If they do, they always speak English with us, so we're okay with this.
And another thing is, why we are not changing from Santeria to Isheshe or whatever, at the end of the day.
Well, Lukumi is not.
Well, I mean, but
why we're not going the Isheshe way?
Yeah, because they're not saying Lukumi, they're saying Isheshe. What people don't understand is that is the main discord within the major religions, the Muslims and the types of Catholics, the different, how many branches of Christianity there is. Who wants to go through all of that again? I know I don't. I don't want to. I had to deal with, you should be Baptist, you should be Protestant, you should be holiness, you should be, I don't want to do all of that. when I was a Christian, I was non-denominational because you're defeating the purpose. A lot of these things, as far as Christianity, the different sects of Islam, and I'm not trying to offend nobody. If I'm wrong, then correct me. But it's all about somebody else's opinion on how to worship their God.
Well, they have this thing about Isheshe, and they say that Isheshe is the foundation of it. And even if it is,
even if it is, but
it's just a preference that we chose to just study the Lukumi way.
Santeria came. I mean, a lot of, if you know the history, it's not hard to understand the history. I'm gonna break it down very simple. They came from Africa, mixed in different tribes of Ifa. They had to be that faith. They had to bring this. It was some from Yemiya, some from Oya, from this and this and this. Everybody mixed it in and did all of that. The reason Santeria is so called for the white folks, or is so difficult, is because they had to hide their orishas in similar bodies of Christianity. But now, in this present day moment, in 2021, don't have to do that. I have not sat up here and even looked for a saint that is similar to Shango or Batala or Yemi. I have not done nothing like that. So for a person, if anything, you should be saying, well, you need to be doing this to learn more about Ifa instead of worrying about the different ways of going about it.
And I get it. You guys want us to be more privy to what's going on, so you guys didn't want us to have to worry about people speaking Spanish. But we're not dealing with those Padrino and Madrina, that particular Ile anymore. We have actually branched off. We're doing things the Lukumi way. We're studying up under an Ianifa that is in the Lukumi, in a Lukumi Ile. And so far, what we have been learning and forming our own personal relationship, of course, with our ancestors and with our Orishas, we're happy where we are. We don't really have any complaints. We're not rushing into getting into that particular house. So we're just learning, and we study.
Right.
We've been studying a lot. We have some good books that we've been reading so far. We've gotten reference to books that we should read. John Mason is one of the good authors that we like. You guys, if you have any tips, you can, of course, always leave them in the comments. We don't have a problem with you guys sending us tips and stuff like that. But so far, we're just, you know, letting you guys see us on our journey, and so far, so good. We're happy about this. We're happy about our journey. We know that starting with our ancestors is extremely important. So we want to make sure that we definitely do the things that we weren't privy to before regarding ancestors. Now, I always knew about the ancestor staff. Actually, I think there's another staff that I knew about. I think it was a staff, the one that they use when they do rituals or when they do initiations. That particular staff. I did not know there was an ancestral staff. So now that we're learning about that and learning that you can, I believe I consecrated my altar before, but I'm interested in seeing how she's going to teach me to consecrate my altar this time. So then with our ancestor staff, that gets consecrated because it gets fed. But as far as the actual shrine, I want to see what that's about. So I'm interested to see that, and I'll share that with you guys as well. But yeah, we wanted to just stop by here. We're going to go ahead and head off to the forest. We'll show some clips of that and our staff before we get it consecrated and fed. We'll show you guys a little snippet of that as well. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Please feel free to reach out to us if you guys are interested in studying with us. Please leave your information in the comment box below, and we will get back with you guys. Anything you want to say?
Ashe.
Ashe, oh. This one is heavy though. I can't bang that.
You can cut it.
Are we allowed to cut it?
To make it fit, yeah.
Well, what? How we gonna cut it?
A saw.
You got one?
If you don't put that damn camera down.
Okay, we're gonna use it. I don't think it can fit. All right, let's check. This one was laying here just like this, so this one looked like it's the one, but it's really heavy. So we're gonna keep looking.
Your ancestors could be heavy on you.
Okay.
That one splits off. We can break that branch off. It goes across.
Okay. We could try to see which one is best, but okay, let's see.
Touch it and see which one you like. Put the camera down, maybe you can have better.
Oh, this one seemed like it's a little bit better, but we got a lot of breaking to do. I don't think we're supposed to have to do that.
It's already on the ground.
Look at that one.
But guess what? You drop it down here, you go get the car, and I stand by the wood. Not allowed to take stuff from a Metro Park, right?
It's already on the ground
It
though.
doesn't matter.
But the staff was on the ground. We are cutting the staff because it's too long to fit in the car, you guys. He's making a big deal about it. This ain't sneaky, babe.
It's sneaky. We're not, listen, you're not allowed to take something off of it.
This was already falling on the ground, so we're not cutting it down. We went to Home Depot to go buy a saw to cut this in half so it can fit in the car.
Cut it in half.
Oh, well, not in half, but we have to see how tall I am first.
You got all day.
So we want to cut it like right there.
Look,
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, I see.
Get up.
I see. That's perfect. Ooh, babe, you got it. Wow, that's cutting really good. And nobody's coming. Babe, you're strong. Woo! Which end is the end for me?
This one. Alright, let's go.
Alright, you ready?
Let's go.
I'm ready. Let's
Put
go.
the camera up and let's go. We gotta move. If a ranger comes down here, we could get a
Alright,
ticket.
let's go. Let's go. Come on.
Hey.
I got it. I can carry it. See? Boom, boom, boom. I can hit it. Hit the ground with it. It's not that hard.